And welcome to part 2. We're still going through Top Man stage, which has the kick-ass theme song that I love oh so much. And now we're fighting giant pussy cats. They shoot balls of yarn and they're fat, because all cats are fat and lazy. Yeah. These top spinning enemies are pretty basic. They just shoot tops, but you can destroy the tops in one shot, so you can pretty much just stand next to them and fire away, and you're not going to be in much danger. The enemies are not as brutal as they were in Mega Man 2. A lot of these guys can be shot and defeated rather easily, which is, you know, good, because I hated those mech enemies in Mega Man 2, and there's no mech enemies like that in this game. Thank God. This part coming up, you have to get over this bottomless pit by climbing on all these top places, and my God, I don't know what I was thinking during this playthrough, but somehow I screwed this up 3 times. 3! I died there, and then I died in the same spot 2 more times, so this is my 4th attempt at going through this level. Hoi oi oi, I don't know what I was doing. But basically, when you're on the tops, you're spinning with them, so you're constantly going left and right, and you gotta time it, and you can't stop to breathe, which I apparently didn't know, because I was constantly stopping, and I don't know why. This is Top Man. Hard Knuckle is his weakness, and he's pretty basic. He'll shoot 3 tops, they'll try and hit you, but they're easy to dodge. Then he'll spin to the other side of the room, and repeat this process over and over again. Yeah, he's kind of a pushover. Top Man, you suck. You're lame. You are a waste of space. Dr. Wily should be ashamed of you. And he is, because you fucked up. You fool! Sorry, I'm just going off on a weird rant right now. So we got Top Spin. Top Spin is an ability that lets you spin into enemies and hurt them. In my opinion, some people call it a good ability because it really hurts people good. But, you know, every time I do it, I always hurt myself. Because in order to spin into the guy, you have to run into him, right? So I always just keep running into the enemies and getting myself hurt, and I don't like that ability at all, so I barely use it. But anyway, here is Shadow Man. And Shadow Man is a robot created after a Japanese ninja. His shadow blade is coated with a special and deadly liquid. Woohoo! A good point? Flexibility. He's very flexible. That's awesome. Bad point? Impulsiveness. So, he's like Quickman. He and Quickman have the same bad point. He likes to surprise others. Happy birthday! And he dislikes obvious tricks. In other words, he's gonna be like... He doesn't like those tricks where it's like, you know, I'm gonna leave my cake on the windowsill, now don't you eat it. I'm not falling for that, bitch. That's an obvious trick. Fuck you. Shadow Man would not approve. Shadow Man stage is a lava factory thing with light bulbs that somehow take away the light. You can see the grenades in the enemies still, even though it's dark, so that's good. But you can't see where you're going, but there's no bottomless pits in this area, so it's not a good place to... It's not a place you need to worry about, rather. Most enemies here die in one shot. Those hopping things die in one shot. Just wait for them to jump and they're dead. Here's where I switch to the magnet missile because there's a lot of parachuting enemies that the magnet missile can take out in one hit. That's really good if you just want to like run real quick, because if you use your P-Buster, you're not going to take him out quick enough. So the magnet missile's awesome here. And now we're going to be heading for Shadow Man. Shadow Man, you'd think, would be the most hard, impossible robot master just because of the name Shadow, and he's a ninja, and he seems like he's fucking awesome. You top spin into him, and he dies. He doesn't ever attack me every time I fight him. He just seems to hop around. I don't know what he's waiting for, but top spin makes short work of him. Sorry, Shadow Man. You fail! Oh well, by defeating Shadow Man, we get the Shadow Blades, which, if you remember from Mega Man 2, there were the metal blades, which you could shoot in any direction, and they were overpowered and awesome. Shadow Blades, I wouldn't say they're overpowered, but they're pretty much exactly the same as Metal Blades. You can throw them in whatever direction you want, only instead of a Metal Gear, it's a shuriken. And we all love shurikens. And now we also got another update, or an upgrade, Rush Marine. Rush can now turn into a submarine, but as you can probably guess, it's only useful underwater. And since we're not heading to an underwater section right now, we're not going to need it. Here's Sparkman! And let's see, Sparkman is a robot created to charge electricity, and he can generate twice as high voltage as Elecman can. Ooh! Elecman, you got owned. This guy's twice as strong as you. Bullshit. Good point, he's friendly. Oh, that's nice. You always want a friendly robot master. You know, always offering Dr. Wily if he can help him with his groceries, and Dr. Wily's like, fuck you! Bad point, he's a forgetful robot. Oh, okay, so he's... so he's like, can I help you with your groceries, Dr. Wily? And Wily's like, oh, sure. And then he goes to the grocery store with him, and he's like, well, help me! He's like, what? Did I say I was gonna help you? Oh, shit, I forgot, sorry. He likes electric eels. He dislikes loneliness. It sounds like a lot of people I know. Then again, who wants to be alone? Sparkman seems like a cool guy. I want to be friends with Sparkman. I don't want to live in his fucked up stage, though. This place can be rather dangerous. There's bottomless pits, spikes on the roof, high voltage walls that just, you know, love to turn on and off when you don't want them to. Oh yeah, and garbage that they love to drop everywhere. You can actually shoot through the garbage if you want, but me, I just hop over. It's a lot quicker. You don't get health or anything from the garbage that you shoot, so, you know, whatever. I really hate those enemies, those, like, screws that keep running into each other, those blocks. I know they're one shot and they're easy to kill and everything, but their sound they make, at least in Wily Wars, it irritates me. It sounds like my friggin' smoke detector. And it's the most ear-piercing sound, and I despise the sound when they clink into each other. It's like, beep! You know, it just drives me insane. But anyway, here's Sparkman. Shadow Blade makes short work of him, and again. Sparkman, he shoots sparks in every direction, and then he shoots a giant spark ball at you. It's a pretty basic pattern. He just keeps doing that while hopping everywhere in the room as well. Shadow Blade makes quick work of him, though, so, you know, he's not too much to worry about. And by defeating Sparkman, we get Spark Shock. And Spark Shock is basically... think of it as an electrical, powered-up version of the Mega Buster. You can shoot it horizontally, and that's about it. It's powerful, it does damage, but, you know, you can't shoot him fast enough. I'm not a fan of it, personally. Spark Shock is a so-so ability with me. I could care less about it. And now, usually we could go for Snake Man next, but for some reason I wanted to go for Needle Man, because I can beat him with the Mega Buster, and I like killing Snake Man with needles, because that's what Snake Man is weak against. I think Snake Man is weak against sparks too, but the last time I fought Snake Man with sparks, I didn't seem to do as much damage as I thought I did. So, I don't know, maybe I got my weaknesses screwed up, but it doesn't matter, because Needle Man's an easy guy. You could take him on first too. So let's find his bio here. Needle Man is a robot created to work in energy mines. His needle cannon can pierce a 10-inch brick. His needles can pierce a 10-inch brick. Jesus. Good point, pointy head. What? How was that a good point? Seriously. Anyway, his bad point, he has a spiky personality. Spiky because needles are spiky. Yeah. Hilarious. He likes sewing, you know, as in sewing up costumes, and he dislikes injection. I don't know what to make of that. I really don't. Needleman, you're a perplexing robot master. Yes, you are. His stage has a lot of spiky type enemies. That porcupine core thing robot. He's annoying. But anywho, we'll discuss more of that in part 3.